I just got my Canadian visa yesterday, right? This is it right here on my Nigerian passport, you know. So, of course, I've had other visas in the past, right? This is, I think the first visa I had on this passport was South African visa, right? Then with this same passport, I've been to the UK, I've been to Qatar, I've been to the UK again, I've been to South Korea, I've been to France, I've been to Germany, I've been to Sweden, I've been to, this is UK, another UK again, where is this? Okay, now Canada, right? With this passport, my old passport, I have Ghana, I have Togo, I have Benin Republic, I have India on my old passport, right? So this is my second passport. This passport will actually expire sometime this year. I'm going to be getting a 10-year passport, and I'm going to be making a video showing you guys exactly how the whole process, right? If you want to see that video, let me know in the comment section, and I will record the whole process of applying for my passport myself, paying for a 10-year passport and actually getting it approved. So I'm going to be walking you through on how I actually got my Canadian visa. I applied in October, I think October or November last year, and on last week I got an email telling me to submit my passport, right? It's called PPR, passport request. I submitted it, and the next day, I submitted on Monday, and yesterday, that was Wednesday, I got another email to pick it up. So it took 2 days, and I got my passport. So you want to use this IRCC new portal, right? This new portal, and the first link in my video description is going to bring you right here. So that's what you actually want to make sure that you're actually using this new portal, because it's very seamless, it's easy to use, very user friendly, unlike the old one. Like the old one, I couldn't even use it effectively. So before you can create an account on the IRCC new portal, there's one thing you need to do first, and that's to check your eligibility, right? That you're actually qualified to apply in the first place, right? So the first link in my video description is going to bring you to this interface. So once you click on it, it's going to bring you right here. So you're going to be seeing this. Are you 18 years or older? You're going to say yes, of course. Do you live outside of Canada? You're going to say yes, I live outside of Canada. Are you traveling by yourself? Yes, just by myself. Unless you are not, right? Are you filling out this application for yourself? Yes, by myself. Are you applying for a visitor or super? Yes, I'm applying for a visit or super, right? Of course. Have you applied to visit? That depends on you. If you have, yes. If you have not, no. So for me, no, I'm applying for the first time, in most cases, that's what it's going to be. So I'm going to come here and hit continue. So it's going to bring you to this interface. Say you can apply through the IRCC new portal, new version. Okay, so you come here and put in your surname. Let's say your surname is Hassan. Gonna put Hassan as your surname. Then your last name is Adebayo Okechukwu Hassan. The email address goes in here. So let's say your email address is this. You're gonna hit submit, right? So invitation email sent. Check your email to follow the instruction. Okay, so an invitation has been sent to our email. So you need to check our email and follow the instruction. Right, and right here is the email that is sent to us. So it says new version invitation link. So you just need to click on this link, right, where it says take me to the IRCC portal new version. And once you click on that link, it's going to bring us to this interface. So this is the terms and conditions. So there's the first step, terms and condition. Come here, accept the terms of condition, and hit continue, and it brings you to the space where you actually create your account right now. So giving names. Let's find out the name we use is Hassan Adebayo Okechukwu. Okay, so I'm going to say giving names, Adebayo, surname Hassan, okay, email address, password. So this is where we actually choose our password. So I'm going to drop this password. So I'm going to say I am human. This verification is very important. So once you are done, I'm going to hit create account. Our password did not match, so we need to make sure that our password actually do match. So we want to make sure our password actually do match. I'm going to come here and hit create, and our account is going to be created. So save password, I'm going to say I got it, right? So verification code has been sent to our email. So we need to actually come back to our email and find a verification code so we can actually continue. So this is it right here. It's 189122. So you get a fresh code anytime you want to log in. So 189122, and I'm going to hit continue. So you see, we are logged in right now. So what I'm going to do right now is some of these things are required. Set up your account, put in your telephone number, residence, cell number, or other, right? So cell, most of us in Nigeria is going to be cell. Your country code, Nigeria, select Nigeria, which is 234, then put in your phone number right here. Let's say your phone number is 080695900235. Let's say this is your phone number, right? This is a phone number I just made up. Doesn't belong to anybody I know. So in what city or town did your mother and father meet? So you can actually write this. Let's say Lagos. So these should be things that you can actually remember. This one's a critical question. Was the first present you remember getting as a child? Let's say cake. You know? So this is me just making things up. Let's do this small letter, cake. Question 3. What was your favorite food as a child? Rice. I'm going to write rice. Then I'm going to hit save and continue. Okay? So it's going to take us to the next step. Okay, beautiful. So this is where you start your application, right? You just come here and click on start application. So this is where you start application. You click on this place. This is a visitor's visa, more coming soon. So click on start application, and it's going to bring you to this interface, right? So take your time and actually read through this thing so you understand about the visa, you know, what the visa can do for you. Eligibility, you must be 18, live outside Canada, applying to visit Canada for the first time, travel by yourself and all of this, right? Have these items ready, your passport and other valid documents, a credit card to pay for application fee, which is about 182 Canadian dollars, I think, right? Follow these steps to complete your profile. So this is everything that you need to do, right? And also acknowledge this, I agree, you know, and I'm going to hit continue right now, and it's going to take us to the next step. So how your information are kept and this and this. So just acknowledge this. You don't have an option. You just have to acknowledge it. Then click on continue. So it takes us to the next step again. This is where you actually start your application. The reason for your visit, do you want to apply for more than one person at the same time? Nope. You're applying for just yourself. Are you applying on behalf of someone else? Nope. You're applying for yourself. I want to apply for visitor or swap visa. That's what you're actually applying for. This one. Why do you need a visa to visit Canada as a tourist, right? You should be the right one. Tell us more about what you do in Canada, right? So for me, I would just say that I want to visit tourist destinations in Canada, you know, and mention some of those destinations. I plan to visit major in Ontario. You can actually Google the destinations in Ontario and add them here, you know, because you can add 475 characters. So make use of it. When will you enter Canada? The date that you want to enter Canada, let's say 2025. And I want to enter in maybe let's say June 06, right? Day 12th. That's the day I want to enter. When will you leave? When do you want to leave? 2025. You're staying for 1 month. So 07/11, right? Unique. This is optional. Just leave this alone, you know, and then click on save and continue. So this is where you put in your name, personal information, your surname. Our surname was Hassan. Optional names, give names, optional. So Adebayo, Okechukwu, right? Date of birth, your date of birth. Make sure you send the birth on your international passport. Very important. So let's say 1998/04. Let's say April 22nd. Right? Gender, male or female. So whatever it is, so you select it. Have you used another email in the past? Nope. Your telephone number, you put it right here. Select cellular. I'm putting your phone number right here. So let's say Nigeria. Select Nigeria. Put in your phone number 080695900235. Put your same phone number as I used earlier. Do you have one telephone number? Nope. If you do, you provide it. Email address. Enter your email address. Online. So put your email address here again. What language is your native language, your mother tongue? Select it right here. So for me, it's this. Right, this, whatever your mother tongue, your native language, you can select it. Are you able to communicate in English or French? Yes, English. If you can communicate in both, select both or whichever. So what language would you use to contact you? English. It depends on you, English or French. So Canada speaks both English and French. So whichever is completely fine. So that's your personal information. So the next thing that you need to go to is your residence information, where you live and all of those things. It's going to ask you for all of this. So you provide all of this, right? Then the next thing is identification, your work and schools that you've gone to and stuff like that, what you do for a living and all of those things. Travel information, financial information, you know, which is what you work, how much you earn and stuff like that. Right? Family information, medical information, criminal history, optional documents, right? All of this. Step 2 is whether you review your application. you sign your application and you pay the fee, which is about $182 to actually do this, right? So once you finish filling this, click on save and continue. It's going to take you to the next step and the next step and the next step. If you want me to actually make a video where I actually help somebody fill their form, right, I can get a real person that actually want to apply for a Canadian visa and record the whole process. So I can actually show you guys how to do all of that in this particular channel. Let me know in the comment section, and I will not hesitate to actually do that for you guys. So after you fill out all of these things, what's the next step? Let me show that to you guys right now by logging into my own application. So I'm going to put in my email address here, my password, click on I'm not a human, and I'll sign into my own personal account on IRCC website, which is Canada visa application website. I'm going to click sign in. I'm going to sign me in. So it's asking for a verification code, which I'm going to find inside of my email. So this is the email. It sent the code to me, 444677. So I'm going to put it right here and hit continue. And of course, it's going to log me into my own personal account. So you see my application here. I can view my application in review. You see showing in review where I've actually gotten my visa for some weird reason. So application in review, let's take a look at this. Or should I click on applications? So you see where I actually submitted my application on here, right? It says you submitted your application to us. You get an email and a message in your account that confirms you submitted. So you get an email, right? So I can actually download my application here, which shows me everything I filled on my form. I can download it from here. I can also download my payment receipt that shows you exactly how much I actually paid. As a matter of fact, let's take a look at that. So you see how much I paid for my visa application. This is it right here. So you see I paid 185 Canadian dollars for this particular application, and I paid with my GT Bank dollar card. That's what I actually used to make this pay, my GT Bank dollar card. So and your dollar card should actually work for this. So you see when I received my application step 2, which is application received, so in progress, application in review. Now it's still showing no decision made for some weird reason. I don't know why. Apparently I did my biometrics. So once you are done with your application, you now go to the VFS website and actually pick a date for your biometrics. So you can go to VFS and do your biometric, which is where they take your fingerprints and all of those things and take your picture and all of that, right? So that's what you need to do, and you have wait. So I completed my biometrics on this date, on the 30th of September 2024. That's last year. So I had to wait for October, November, December, January. It was February, last week, just February 3rd or so, that I actually got my visa and all of that, right? And for a visa, you don't need medical examination. So, but the thing is that everything that's happening, you're going to be getting an email, a message inside your portal with an email. So once you get an email, you come to your portal and you see everything. So this is the first step where payment receipt, you can download your payment receipt right here. My application was submitted right here. You see where it was submitted on this day, September 10, 2024. That's when I submitted my application. You can download the copy of your application right here. It's ready to download. Message about your application, submission confirmation. So they told me that my application had been submitted. Basically, this is where I did my biometrics, right? On September 10th. Oh, where they told me about my biometrics. So let's take a look at this view message. So it's telling me that I need to scan my fingerprint at VFS and all of those things and the steps for me to actually take. So let's go back to messages. And after I did my biometrics, right? And I went and did my biometrics, of course, right? Then biometrics, they sent me this email on the 28th of January. As soon as I got this message, of course, I went online to check, and I found out that this, it means that somebody is looking at my application, basically. And I think a few days, maybe like 2 or 3 days after that, I got this message requesting for my original passport, right? And what I did was to go to VFS and give them my passport, literally. So 2 or 3 days later, I got this email from VFS, right? It said the decision envelope for your application has been collected from the Canada visa application. Okay, this is when after I collected it. So this is the email I got that has been received from the IRCC office. I can now go to the Canada Visa Application Center in Lagos and collect my passport, basically, right? So, and I got this after I collected my passport. But here's the interesting thing. They were telling me exactly what was happening after I submitted my passport, right? Tracking has been received from IRCC office, and this, again, telling me exactly what is happening. And I was able to keep track of where my passport was. And as soon as we were ready for collection, I went and collected it. Now, one of the things that VFS does is that they will ask you to pay 40,000 naira for them to have the passport delivered to your address. But for me, my house is not very far from the VFS center, so I opted not to pay. As soon as I got this email, I drove down there and I picked up my passport myself, right? And of course, I saw a visa on it. Now, the interesting thing is that whenever you get this passport request, there's no other reason why they would request for your original passport, except that they won't actually put a visa on it for you. Now, that's the truth of the matter, right? Now, if you want me to use a real person right? Let me know. And like I said, I'm going to sit down here and make a video and record the whole process from the application to the VFS to biometric collection to wait period, right? That means that video is going to take like 3 months or so, or 4 months for me to actually finish that video, because I have to apply and wait for a decision to be made, right? Or can actually do the application and the biometrics and of course put the video out there. Now when the person gets their visa, right, edition on their visa, you can actually make a part 2 of that video. So let me know what you guys prefer. And if you want to volunteer to be that person that want me to actually help you apply, let me know in the comment section as well. I might most likely choose somebody from the comment section if I'm led to. So just go ahead and, let me know in the comment section, and I will not hesitate to actually do that for you guys. So that said, this video showing up right here will show you exactly the documents you need to apply for a Schengen visa. Now, the interesting thing about the Schengen visa is it actually gives you access to, I think, around 19 countries around Europe, right? I used this French visa on my passport to travel to both to France, to Sweden, and Germany. These are the 3 countries I've been to in Europe right now, and I use this singular French visa to travel to all these 3 countries, and you can do the exact same thing. And these documents are the documents you need to apply for a Schengen visa. So go ahead and watch that video and let me know your questions in the comment section.